Hey, we're back doing some more word problems. So we have the perimeter of Krishna's garden is 120 yards. The length is 5 yards less than 4 times the width. What are the dimensions of Krishna's garden? So when there's something like this, I usually like to, after I've read the problem, obviously go around, check out all the words that might mean something. I also see numbers. I see 120 yards. So that would be something important. I see the number 5. So that's another thing. And then I also see the word for. So all those things would be definitely pieces of information I need. Now, I also need to know perimeter. I need to know what that means. And so I have yards too. And then the length is 5 yards less than 4 times its width. And then we're looking for the dimensions. So what I would like to do here with this is, first off, we don't know what the width is. We know the length is 5 yards less than 4 times whatever the width is. So we will use x as our width. And that would mean that we need to figure out what the length is. So I feel like using a picture is usually very helpful. So perimeter is just the outside edges added together. So there's our garden right here. Our width is the same on both sides, so x and x. And then we have the word 5 yards less than 4 times the width. So if the width is whatever it is, 4 times the width would be 4x. And then it's 5 yards less than that. So that would be minus 5. And if that's minus that 4x minus 5, it's 4x minus 5 down below. So this is how this would be set up. And then I can do this a few different ways. Either I can add all of these together, or I can say, well, there's 2 sets of x. So I can do 2x, which is what I'm going to do, make it faster. So 2 times x, and then I also have to add up the 2 sets of these. So 2 sets of 4x minus 5. And altogether, that was the 120 yards that it says was the perimeter. Now, I want to do a little bit of quick distributive property. So obviously this part was done for us here. So we've got 2x here, and then we're going to do the distributive here. We've got 2 times 4x, which is 8x. 2 times negative 5 is going to be minus 10. And combine any like terms that we do see. 2 and 8 is 10x minus the 10 equaling 120. Go ahead and solve our problem. Add 10 to both sides. And that's going to cancel this out, leaving with the 10x here. That's equal to 130. And then our final step, this is multiplying, so we're going to divide both sides by 10. And x is equal to 13. So in my statement, what we're asked to do was to see what the dimensions were. So if x is 13, I'm going to replace this here with 13. We are talking about yards here. So this is going to be yards. Over here is going to be 13 yards. And then when I plug it in up here, 13 times 4 minus 5 is going to end up giving me a total of 47 yards. On both the top and the bottom. So we have a width of a garden. So my answer statement would be that a width of the garden is 13 yards, while the length of this garden is 47 yards. And if you'd like more questions like this, you can find them on my YouTube channel. You want algebra, check them out under the word problem section.